Hey guys, my name is Ed, and welcome to part 2 of Pickup Leftovers of the Month. Alright, so you know, it happened. I turned 30 last month. I'm freaking old now. I know there's probably gonna be guys down in the comments, oh, you're not old yet, I'm old. And anyways, I did what any sensible adult would do. I went out to a toy store and I bought toys and video games. So yeah, here's a clip of that stuff. So, as you can see, I picked up the biggest dinosaur I could find because, you know, I'm an adult. I need big toys now. So yeah, I picked up this super colossal T-Rex. Super colossal. He's freaking... Oh no. Where the frig did he go? Why? Okay, so anyways, this is the super colossal T-Rex. As you can see, this thing is freaking big. You can open up his mouth like that. And yeah, you can, you know, feed it stuff like a Cobra Commander. You can go in there, empty the mouth, shut the mouth down. Shut the mouth down, you know, close the mouth, close those jaws. And yeah, then down here you can actually open up what you pop in there and get it out again. So here's our little Cobra Commander, nice and safe. And you know, let's just pop that in there. Okay, I don't know, I wanted to get this guy because this is probably, if it ever becomes collectible, this is the one that people are gonna be like, oh, I really want to get that. So just to be sure that I don't end up being one of those people 10 years from now who are like, oh shit, I regret. Oh frick, I really regret not buying it when it was out on the store shelves. I just dished down all the money for this one. I don't know. It looks freaking amazing though, this dinosaur. So it is pretty big. My daughter feeds it like little people, you know, like the tiny Fisher Price toys. She'll like open the jaws, pop them in there, and then I have to get them out. So it's a fun little game we play with this big ass dinosaur that's bigger than her. So yeah, picked up this guy over here. What else did I get? I went out to Game Mania. I was looking at the Switch games. None of my pre-orders came in, so I was like, well, I kind of want to buy something over here. I checked the used bin for Switch games, and there was actually a game in there. I was looking to buy, but it was too expensive. I didn't really know, am I really gonna go for this one? But anyways, the collector's edition was in the used bin, so I got this half priced of what it used to go for when you would buy it new. It does come with everything. I haven't played the game yet, but yeah, it comes with like this collector card thing and this steel case in the form of a NTSC NES game, so no changing it up for Europe. It comes with a freaking manual and instruction booklet, but the funny thing is the instruction booklet doesn't fit inside the case. This game called Flashback is one of those cinematic platformers like out of this world on the Mega Drive. Flashback came out on the SNES and on the Mega Drive, I think. I'm not too sure, but yeah. I was like, you know, this is kind of retro, so let's just pick it up. It's another collector's edition I can add to my Switch collection right here. I have 4 now. 4 collector's edition. Oh no, wait, I have like the big Zelda thing up there. That's true. Okay, so yeah, that was a neat little pickup for 20 euros, so I went out to a couple of flea markets with a friend of mine, and yeah, at first we were, you know, browsing around, and, you know, I'll show you some footage. Then get this find on camera. Pretty much not most of these finds are on camera, because usually when I go out to a flea market I'm not really sure are we actually gonna find stuff that's gonna be worth showing. But now with the pickup leftovers, I'm kind of thinking, like, you know, I'm just gonna film every time I go out to a flea market, and whatever stuff I pick up, I'll try getting it on camera. So this show should be getting better in the next couple months. I promise you that. Make YouTube great again. You know, the little video montage I just show you, this was the last stand right after we hit those horror comics, which weren't comics because it didn't have any pictures inside. Otherwise, I would have picked that up because those covers look pretty freaking cool. But me and my buddy walk up to a stand. I'm over here looking at PlayStation. My buddy's on the other side talking to the people over there, and he spots freaking GameCube games. And he's like, oh, I'm gonna pick those up. So I was like, oh, damn, you got all the great GameCube games in there. But I was over at the controllers, and it seemed like anything over here was €2. So I picked up 2 of these GameCube original controllers. You can never have too many controllers. 2 black ones. The system wasn't there, so, you know, they were probably just selling these, but €2 is a freaking steal for GameCube controllers. So pick them up whenever you see them. And then I took the scraps of all the GameCube games that my buddy didn't want. You know, €2 isn't too bad for these complete in-box games, because all of them came with a manual. This is Finding Nemo. We got one of the Lord of the Rings, the Return of the King one. And then we have Rocket League, I think this is. Rocket Power, not Rocket League. Damn, that's like a newer game. Rocket Power Beach Bandits. This was a Nickelodeon show I used to watch when I was already way too old to watch cartoons, but now I'm back to watching cartoons like Turtles and stuff. I don't know, life seems to be a vicious circle of growing up and then growing down. Anyways, all of it was like €2, so I paid 10 for all this crap. I also found some more Panini books, which you probably also saw in Tiny Video. I picked up the Care Bears over here. Yeah, I don't know, I like Care Bears. Like the second movie, I watched that a ton as a kid. And G.I. Joe, this is freaking amazing. G.I. Joe, oh man, I love G.I. Joe. And I didn't think I was ever gonna find a picture book like this, but I did, and it is freaking gorgeous. Love G.I. Joe. So 2 really cool 80s things for my collection. Another thing you probably saw me picking up was some kind of a Power Ranger thing. These are Power Ranger trading cards, and the lady had one pack that was still sealed. So this is the Trading Cards Series 2 of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which means it's part of the first season. Tommy isn't in here yet, so the Green Ranger isn't in here yet. And then she also had one that was already opened. So there is a couple of opened packs in here already. So you can see there's like some shiny stuff. I'll show this in detail though. Yeah, collector's cards, and there's still, I think, 16 of these sealed packs in there, so that was pretty nice to get. I paid €20 for both of them. She also had like a whole stack of just the cards. I think that was like the full set of the cards or something, and it wasn't included in this, but she wanted 20 for this, so I was like, alright, I'll give you 20 for these. it did seem a bit much at the time, but now that I'm like actually glad about my purchase, it really isn't that bad, I think. So yeah, pretty glad with these Mighty Morphin Power Rangers trading cards. That was a cool find. And then, you know, it seemed like the whole morning we were there at the flea market, nothing was happening, so we weren't finding any stuff. And then all of a sudden we bump into the GameCube lot, we bump into the G.I. Joe Panini sticker book, then the Power Rangers, and then we come over to a stand and they have freaking SNES games, and I'm like, alright, there's SNES games here, and they're not too bad. Yeah, of course, these aren't Famicom games, they're the PAL releases of the SNES, that's why they look kind of funky. But yeah, we got Zombies Ate My Neighbors, which is called Zombies, a really cool action-adventure game. This is really cool to play two-player too, so definitely a great pickup. Then we got Super Metroid, one of the best games on the system, exploring, you know, just well, it's not a Metroidvania. It is Metroid. You know, you're fighting aliens and stuff, and you have to find different power-ups in an elaborate cave that you have to, you know, not research. You have to, you know, find stuff in caves over there and fight silly alien demon stuff. Then we got Secret of Mana, a really cool RPG, part of the Mana series, probably. Also really cool to find over here. And lastly, I found the Lost Vikings over at this stand. Now this is a puzzle game. Basically you have 3 Vikings, and each level you have to use the different abilities of each Viking to complete the puzzle, and that's how you progress. So yeah, all of these were around 15 euros. The games can go for a lot more than that, so I was like, yeah, I didn't mind paying that. He didn't want to go down on the price on it, but you know, I was happy for this. You don't see them this often. I hardly ever see SNES games in the wild, so I was like, these titles are pretty freaking good, so I'm gonna pick them up, you know. Yeah, pretty nice score on those, definitely. Then I hopped over to another flea market, didn't find too much stuff over there though. I did find some stuff over there, like that tiny Jurassic Park truck, which I can't seem to find right now. It has InGen on the side, so it means it's from the Lost World, not from the Jurassic Park movie, but from the second movie, which is pretty cool. I never see these cars around. I bumped into a friend of mine who's also hunting for Jurassic Park, and it was like, oh crap, I just saw this right on your nose. Sorry, dude, but the next one's yours, so Frick, if I find another one, it is for you. Don't worry about it. I picked up over at a reseller this game for 5 euros, which is called Mickey's Ultimate Challenge. It looked like a really nice copy. I already have the game, but I'm always looking to upgrade my labels, and this was definitely an upgrade for me. So picked that up, and you know, the other one I can probably trade off with a friend of mine, because you don't see it too often. I don't think it's too expensive, this game, but it is harder to find. I have no clue what the game is though. I'll probably pop some gameplay over here so you guys can see. And then probably one of the coolest finds, at least for me, because this is another collection I have, is I actually collect movie scores. So soundtracks on CD from movies, and over at this seller, well, I got 16, you know. So yeah, that was pretty good. it was really cheap. He said, like, you know, CDs are 50 cents a piece. I was like, can you do these 16 for 10 euros? And he was like, alright, so that's even less than 50 cents. Like, most of them aren't very noteworthy. I did get Congo over here, which is a movie with Bruce Campbell in it, the guy from Evil Dead. Love Bruce Campbell, so this was definitely one I was gonna get anyways. Got Witness with Harrison Ford. Got Snake Eyes with Nicolas Cage. I like Nicolas Cage movies, so yeah. Also got The Sixth Day with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'll be back. And, you know, Disney movies, I pick them up, you know, somewhere down the line. My kids might want to hear it in the car, so why not get them now? Also got The Hunt for Red October. Yeah, this is gonna go nicely with my complete unboxed Game Boy game of the same name and NES game. So yeah, my Sean Connery collection is really growing right now. I got a ton of other ones. I'll just show it in like a picture or something because I'm not gonna go over every one of these. But the best one in this lot was definitely The Lost World Jurassic Park, a soundtrack I have been looking for actively. I never see it. I always seem to find the first one. This one is also done by John Williams, who does most of the score music for Steven Spielberg movies. So yeah, Lost World Jurassic Park, and this is kind of like a pretty neat packaging. It's called a 3D diorama packaging, so basically you can set it up as a diorama. I'll try doing some B-roll because this probably won't come over well. But yeah, as you know, I'll collect anything that has Jurassic Park on it, so I definitely had to get this too. Also fixed some lights on top of this thing over here, so can you see some lights there? I don't know, get some more color into the scheme of things over here. Yeah. But anyways, that was it for my pickups this month. Definitely tune in next week, because next week is gonna be, my 1 year anniversary on freaking YouTube. I've been on YouTube for 1 year then. There's gonna be a special episode where I go hunting over at Comic-Con and I meet a ton of cool toy collectors and games, and I pick up a ton of stuff, and it was an amazing day. Yeah, there was some drama there, but you know, that's for the episode, so definitely check it out next Monday, because that's when I put out a video every week, guys. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, and leave a comment down below, and I will see you guys next week. Have a great weekend, and yeah, see you guys next week. Be sure to watch next week, because next week's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good. Yeah. All right.